he go in there. He go in there. He about to chop. Who was he about to chop in half with that shit? And Superman just popped in the way, and it hit his
And just,
shoulder and just exploded.
bruh, broke that shit. Like, wow, don't even play yourself. I
He
want to say it
just
was
shook his
Cyborg.
head. Yeah, I think he was about to kill Cyborg because he was trying to decompress the mother boxes, right?
Mm-hmm. And I
Yeah.
said, wow. And then he just started beating his ass all up and down that nuclear silo thing.
Yo, beating the armor off this nigga. Then he heat visioned his horn off. I was like, oh, this
Bruh.
Superman is psychotic. I don't think that y'all fixed him,
This is
yo. Like,
this is Red Sun Superman right now.
yeah,
This is
yes.
Superman from the other dimension where
Yo,
the Justice League
Injustice
is
Superman.
back. This ain't it. Because he was getting off. Did he throw my man head through the portal?
Nah. He fucking if I'm not mistaken, so he got stabbed in the back by Wonder Woman. Then he
Mm-hmm.
catch a spear to the chest or something and pushed him backwards. And then Wonder Woman came with the chop and chopped
Yeah,
his
yeah,
head
yeah,
off. So he was in motion. Maybe Superman punched him in the face, and that's why he was stretched out. Like, hey, if you got a sword, you could cut my head off. Like,
yeah.
because that's what happened.
I was like, damn. Hey, they threw that. That shit was at Dark Side. I'd be like, yo, get your mans. Don't
The
ever
dark
come
side.
back to Earth. Don't ever come back to Earth, man. You
You
see how we
know,
get down.
Darkseid took it as disrespect. He stomped on that nigga head. He was just like, you're dead to me, you waste of space.
So I love the fact that Darkseid one was in it.
Hmm.
I love how they made him. That was a good rendition as far as a live action situation goes. I know they couldn't get into his powers or his abilities because it would have been over. There would be
Yeah,
no movie. So
yeah,
I understand them suppressing him and just showing us what they showed us. But I was thoroughly impressed and happy to see Darkseid.
yeah. Me too. Me too.
So overall, Zack Snyder's Justice League was fire, and that should have been the original damn release. And whoever was at Warner Brothers who told them otherwise dropped the fucking ball. And I hope they're fired right now. Right?
Yep, no, I 100% agree. And how dare you release the original Justice League three different times, nigga? Like, yo, yeah, what? Justice League Ultimate, and then there was another one too. I was like, yo, it's the same trash. Like, nobody has
Yeah,
a story. Cyborg's in the movie 13 seconds. You know
bruh.
what I'm saying? And he was a major player in this Snyder cut. So it was
I
like,
don't get
yo,
it, man. Because even if they had kept most of the Snyder cut intact, I know it was 4 hours, but if they had, what they should have did is release this Snyder cut in two parts, like Avengers did the Endgame.
yep,
Because I sat at Endgame three separate times in the theater, and that bitch was 3 hours, right?
yep,
But if they had broke this up into uh 2 hour movies, a
yep.
part one and an extended part two, that would have been perfect, bro. Like perfect portions for America to go watch the movie, keep their freaking attention spans popping, and that would have been great. But I
Yeah,
don't know why they fumbled the ball so hard and did it how they did it, man. It's
well,
crazy.
it's probably just the guy. What was it? Josh Whedon? Is that his name?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, maybe he just had his own style, and he was like, "Yo, I want to make it mine because it's gonna be a hit. Let me just go ahead and change it so he can't take credit for it." Because I feel like
man.
that's what his goal was. Because that movie was so different than the
Yeah,
one that we just got.
it definitely wasn't better though.
Nah, nah, they definitely didn't care about it making any type of sense either. Like this wasn't a flawless movie, but it was so close. It was so much closer to flawless than the original.
Right. Now, in preparation for this episode, we both ended up watching this long ass movie twice. You
Yep.
said you watched the black and white version. I
Yeah.
refuse.
Yeah, I
I
watched it.
I hate
And
black and white. I can't do
the first hour and 15 minutes was just pure torture, yo. Like my
it.
mind couldn't fathom why I was watching it in black and white, and I would just like I wasn't falling asleep. I would just like daze out and like, yo, what was I doing? Oh shit, this movie's still on. Let's go ahead back to it. No, but
I
after a
can't
while,
do black and white, so I commend you for that. But I know in my two watches, my list of things that I hate in this movie doubled.
Yes,
I
I could
went
agree
from
with you.
maybe 4 to 5 things to definite full solid 10 things that I hated.
I don't know if I have that many things, but I do have a few that just bothered the shit out of me.
Let's go back and forth with it. Go ahead, set it off. What was the first thing that bothered you?
All right, and we're in no particular order. We're just gonna go with the first thing that comes to my mind.
Right, just first thing. Yep.
Yo, where they do this at, yo? Like Darkseid comes to Earth to get the mother box, jumps down
Man,
with Mjolnir and fucking makes the lava lines in the dirt. It didn't completely just get your ass whipped. Like, yo, it,
the
what's happening?
blatant dark side disrespect. Yo, that man is a god. The god in the comic books, Dark Side is a god. And even though he
Yes.
was fighting other gods, man, Zeus, Hercules, Ares, they have nothing on Dark Side. Injured, they injured him. He was hurt,
No,
bleeding.
he was done. If his little parademons or whatever wouldn't have flew him back to the ship, it'd have been a wrap for him because he
I
took. Was it Ares? It was Ares, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
hit
took
him.
Ares' axe straight to the collarbone, my nigga. Like,
Bruh.
so you gonna have him, but you're not gonna let him shoot his Omega beams?
No omega beams, no size changing, no super strength for real. What are
This
we
is
doing here? This is disrespectful right now,
so Darkseid isn't he's not like Superman. Like
bruh.
he only has a couple of tricks and his Omega beams is number one out the gate.
You
Like
know what I'm saying?
he'll hit a nigga with Omega. They don't stop chasing you. Like it's not like you can outrun them. Like
Right,
no, he
right.
shoot them, they're gonna hit something.
Yeah.
So
And vaporize whatever that thing is.
yeah,
And
like
so he
yo,
didn't even throw a single one. I was just flabbergasted because Darkseid is one of my favorite characters. You know, I always like villains.
yeah.
Darkseid and Thanos is top two for me.
Yeah, and you can't.
And
I don't feel like you can like one without the other. Like if you like
you have to,
Thanos, you like
yeah,
Darkseid. The same way, if you like Darkseid, you should like Thanos. I mean, can they? Because Thanos is basically
based
a
off
rip
of
off of
Dark,
this nigga.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, damn, bro, they really that was my main beef because they disrespected Darkseid in that flashback. And
yo, they
I'm
let
like,
this.
nah, man, he wouldn't have had no hard time with them, yo, not
Nah,
at
man.
all.
But then they gonna just throw the lantern under the bus and let him take the L. Like he the only nigga that died in the whole war. He the only dude of substance that died in the whole war. Oh, the lantern's here. Well, he's not Hal Jordan or anybody else. Let's just let him die, man. These.
And my thing is, if y'all was gonna do that, why y'all ain't just had a Green Lantern in the movie?
Well, I mean, you see what they did to the Martian Manhunter. That pissed me off too.
Yeah, yeah,
But
true.
it's your turn.
The next thing we kind of went in on it already, but fucking Flash's clumsiness. Yo,
Yeah,
you can't keep falling down in the middle. He was running along the sides of a wall
yeah,
and tripped on a girder in the wall and
yeah,
bust his ass sideways against gravity and all logic.
yep.
All physics was out the window. I hated every second of it.
Well, yo, in this one, at least they made him fall into Aquaman, and then Aquaman, was pissed about it, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Sorry." In the first movie, didn't he fall into Wonder Woman's boobs or some shit?
I don't
No, I feel like they switched it up. I feel like he
uh,
ran in that same Superman fight. Instead
yeah.
of running into Aquaman, he ran into Wonder Woman, and it was like a boob joke right there. Something like he landed on her chest or something like that. It was weird.
Wow. I don't really
Yeah.
remember now. I got to go back and watch the trash ass movie and see that scene at least. So yeah, Flash's clumsiness just pissed me off, man. Flash is, he's a top tier character for me,
Yep,
and
he
I
is.
just don't want to see him in that light, man. Flash does not trip and fall over things
You,
at
you know,
mock speeds.
you know what I like about the Flash that I can't say about any of the other heroes that I like
Hmm.
is there's actual consequences for him using his powers in a shitty way.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
there's actual like destroy the cosmos like consequences. So like that's dope that he has all this at his disposal, but he can't really just go ham doing it. Like he can't just save somebody's life because he didn't want them to die. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Because I would never stop playing that card, yo. I would just be the guy in the back waiting for the water to be over to see if we won, then run it back and be like, yo, it didn't work out. Y'all probably need to try this.
Yeah,
You know?
go left, don't go right. Go left
Yeah.
this time. And
Yeah.
yeah. Put your tanks out immediately. Yeah, that's a fact. But that Flashpoint paradox, we don't need none of that action over there. And God
Nah.
forbid they try to make a movie out of it because they're
Yeah,
gonna
you know
fuck.
they are.
They're gonna
You
fuck
know
that
they are.
up.
Yo, they gonna combine this Flash movie with so many different things. They're gonna have
Oh
Nightfall
my
in it, the
god,
Batman
bro.
broken back. They're gonna have fucking
It's gonna be so chock full of foolishness. The Suicide Squad is gonna come out.
Yep, Infinite
Fucking
Crisis gonna happen.
Barry Allen from this TV show gonna come through, and it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be so.
Yeah.
Green Arrow's gonna come out.
Well,
What's
shoot,
going on?
if they bring in Barry Allen from the TV show that's now, they got to bring the old Flash from the '90s show because he was in that Flash show too. Like you're gonna have 6 different Flashes.
You gotta do that shit anyway. What's your next gripe?
My next gripe is how they obviously didn't have a plan for Martian Manhunter, but they just wanted him in the movie. Like there was no point in this nigga being Martha Kent. Like there was no
Hey,
way.
yo, why they do that, man?
Because they just wanted a nigga to see him. Like they was like,
Oh,
look, you see what he would look like if we gave him some burn in this movie, right?
And see, they couldn't have him in there either because what is this nigga second in DC?
Yeah,
Shit.
he's probably number 1.
Real talk, between Superman and him,
Yeah.
there's that a lot of people in DC that can stand up to them. You literally need Lobo and Darkseid because nobody else could see them.
Nope. I about to say I like people like to throw Shazam in there, but he's like they
Nigga.
say wisdom of Solomon. That's the smart God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, he's not smart like that. Yo,
Because Catsby literally tricking Shazam into saying his name and turning back into a kid. And then
what
they
is he?
murked the kid.
What is this nigga? What Mixel Pedalic? Like it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
dead.
that's
Stupid.
yeah, but yeah, I was kind of pissed about. It was. I was excited when I first saw him. I was like, "Oh, that's the Martian Manhunter!" Dog, that was like, "Wait, why?" Martha
Why?
would have actually probably said these same words. Why do this nigga need to lie? Like, why do he have to go there and just lie?
Right. That was crazy to me. I was like, all right. Okay. But
Yeah,
like you
didn't
said,
it?
they just wanted to throw him in there just to say that we could.
I know if I was Bruce at the end of the movie when he showed up, I'd have been like, "Nigga, where was you at like 10 hours ago when we was fighting Steppenwolf?
Big
Like,
facts.
what if Superman didn't come? You just gonna let us die? Like,
I feel like based off of that neighborhood, that Iron Man's house was like down the coast a little bit.
but the Avengers were off world, so that's why, so they had no help.
Hey, yo, Iron Man house was right down the road, dog. That was like the same area, little funny looking houses and shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's rich people problems, I guess. They just got an all glass house overlooking the cliff. Like, all right, then. What's your next one?
All right, next gripe. Definitely the length of the movie. God damn it. Like y'all got my ass itching. Like I'm sitting here too long watching this right now, bro. Like what is going on with the length? And I love the way they broke it into sections. But like I said, the original movie should have been released that way out in like 2 sections and it would have been good. So
Yeah,
I'm glad they broke it up into like chapters so you could almost like take a break and come back to it
yeah.
because 1 4-hour sitting is that's a half a work day.
No, that's 100%. Like most people get off at 5. Like you start at 5, you not done till 9, my G. Like,
Yo, that's yo nigga. Yo, you wasted your whole evening with that movie. If you went to the movies, yo, I know there were so many people in there asleep. I know it. So yeah, so like I said, man, that joint was long as shit. Break it up into pieces. They did break it up into pieces, gave us chapters, but for one sitting, man, 4 hours is outrageous.
I'm gonna be real with you. There was a couple of the chapters they could have just kept, like that whole Joker, Batman, Bad Earth type shit.